I got one more watch today. This time is not one of my own. This is from a friend from work that decided to sell this one. And I said that I will try to sell it for her. Now, this is the Christopher Ward 12. This is the first time that I see this in the metal. I have seen the Trident models. I bought one for a cousin of mine as a gift. I can tell you, I know that there's a good amount of people that hate on Christopher Ward or don't like or think that YouTubers promote them because they get money. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I can only share my personal experience, and I hope that by now you know I'm not promoting anything. And Christopher Ward was a great watch. I checked a few of the Tridents back in the day, and now I see the 12. This is the 38 millimeter on a rubber strap. And I gotta say, I am very, very pleasantly surprised. And I'm not surprised because I hadn't seen reviews of this watch, but it's different to see it in person. You know, you can only understand the quality of something when you see it and you grab it with your own hands. Otherwise, it's very difficult to speak about its quality. You can speak about the design, you can watch videos and talk about design all day, but speak about the quality is another thing. About this watch, I will tell you, there's nothing that you haven't seen already by now. If you know about the 12, you know that it wears great. It's just under 10 millimeters thick, which makes it about 6 millimeters thinner than my Mido, that I think is thin already. So this is extremely thin. 38 millimeters on this shape, integrated style shape, is just wears perfectly on my 7.25-inch wrist, or 18 centimeters for my rest of the world viewers. I think this wears like a charm. It's like nothing on the wrist. It has just enough heft to realize it's there, but it looks really spectacular. Now, this has a quick release on the strap and the bracelet version. The movement on this one is the Sellita SW200, but this is the equivalent of the Elabore in ETA, so it's a step up of the base. And the one thing I noticed immediately is that everything, like my Mido, is well plated, and it has that very nice silvery sheen that you don't see with the typical ETA movements, and we will get to that in a little bit. The dial is beautiful. It doesn't matter how many times I saw videos of it. When I saw it in person, I was really well surprised. And the bracelet, or strap in this case, is so soft. It feels incredible. It's like a soft touch on the wrist, really. Screw down crown, 100 meters water resistance, perfect watch for every day. She gave this for me to sell it, and the more I see it, the more I'm thinking that maybe I should be the buyer. I'll be very honest. it's so cool. Now, that being said, I have my other watches. I have my Hamilton, I have my Cooper, and comparing to that, you can see the difference. Not only the bracelet, okay, design aesthetics are very different, but the movement itself is very different. You can tell it's very utilitarian. On the Hamilton, it has that matte gray metal color, which is fine. I mean, it's a utilitarian, it's a tool watch, so yeah, that's fine, I guess. But it's a big difference when you put it next to something very shiny like this one. And then I decided to pull out other watches that I have, and they're all about the same price point. We're looking about $1,000 retail. My Hamilton is just over 10,000 retail. This Christopher Ward is about 1,200. My Mido was 1,300, And then the Oris that I got for my wife I got of my wife's collection, and I brought it here as a guest. That was over $2,000 back in the day, and I wanted to compare them because there's some very interesting similarities. They all wear ETA or Selita movements. They have about the same amount of power reserve except for the Hamilton, that's basically the Powermatic 80. Everything else has 38 hours. They all of them have 100 meters water resistance and screw down crowns except for the Hamilton. The Hamilton achieves that without a screw down crown, and you can tell the difference when you put all the watches together. The Oris has, I think, in my opinion, the best bracelet by far. That bracelet is now, I gave that watch to my wife, I want to say it's 5 years now, and you can tell from all the scratches that it's well loved, and it doesn't move. It's solid as the first day, and my wife loves it and beats the hell out of it, but that's love in my opinion. The same goes for my Hamilton. My Hamilton, I love it. It's well loved. It's full of scratches, and that's because I wear it very often. And the Mido is brand new, obviously, but it's so interesting to see the difference in the movement when it comes to the Mido. Like, it's a step above everything else in this lineup. The Hamilton, very utilitarian, very basic. You also have that lower beat rate that really aesthetically kind of annoys me. That 3 hertz beat rate, I'm not a big fan of. The Oris has the Selita movement that's very basic, 38 hours of power reserve. They just changed the rotor and nothing else really. It's the same kind of aesthetics as the Hamilton movement. And then when you compare the Christopher Ward with the Mido, then you see some similarities there on the sheen primarily and of the movement. There's some really cool shiny surfaces here, the color and some finishes. It just looks more elaborate. That's pun intended here. Elaborate is the movement of the Christopher Ward, but again, the Mido comes way top because it has the blued screws. The rotor is better decorated, at least in my opinion. It's more traditionally decorated, I should say. And then it's a chronometer movement, so it wins. Now, aesthetically speaking, the Christopher Ward, it's probably the better looking one out of all of them. I really adore my Mido. If you see them in person, you will understand why I love my Mido so much. I looked at the video. The video cannot catch what's happening in the dial of that Mido. Unfortunately, the Christopher Ward, you can see it much better because the engravings on the dial are much deeper. But in general, the Mido is the top in my humble opinion. Now, when it comes to value, and I'm gonna talk about them value-wise, I really think, and look at the difference between like the Mido and the Hamilton movements. I mean, it's day and night. And I'm not saying that the Hamilton is a bad movement. It's actually a great movement, very accurate so far. It has the quick date change, just like the Mido. So it's just aesthetics what I'm talking here. And it's a tool watch, so it's understandable. But it's just very interesting to see how much watch you're getting with the Mido. And then I would say, in the end, the better lineup for this price-wise, I'm going to tell you this as value, is really Mido number 1, in my opinion. It's the better package overall. It's the better package that I ever bought, really. The Oris has that brand cachet that sounds superficial, but it's there. And the bracelet and case are just incredibly solid. And this watch has seen everything from my wife, believe me. She's the clumsiest person you've ever seen, and it's still ticking like a champ, and it just has the scratches to show for it. The Hamilton I've been wearing like there's no tomorrow for the past couple of years, and I adore it. But the price doesn't drop as much. The Oris, I forgot to mention, is just I bought it. I bought it right at the peak of COVID. So I was, having the bargain rights when it comes to that. And I bought that Oris for just $100 more than what I bought my Mido. So like five-ish $100. And that's a $2,100 watch. So I bought it for like 500 back then during the peak of COVID. And the Hamilton, unfortunately, you can't typically find this specific Cooper variation of it for less than $650 even used. I see it all day around $700-800, and the retail is $1,000. And then the worst value is Christopher Ward in the secondary market. I'm talking now the best prices you can get, right? I'm not talking retail, as you understand. Is the Christopher Ward, and that is because it doesn't drop in price that much. This watch I'm gonna try to sell for $900. It might go for $850, it might go for $800, but still it didn't lose that much, like 30%, maybe 33%. It's still a hot watch. People love to have this, and I see it, and that makes it a bad deal. Is it a bad watch? Absolutely not. It's a beautiful watch. It's worth every penny, as the rest of the watches, I would argue. All of these watches that I have here are watches that I picked, I love. There were reasons for me to get them. This Christopher Ward, the more I see it, the more I want to keep, to be honest. But let me know what you guys think about the Christopher Ward 12. What do you think about this lineup of watches? Which one is your favorite? How would you rank them value-wise? Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one. Ciao.